morning, everyone. You want to start the Gemara in Daf Yud Ches Amud Beis the Mishnah. This is like a new sugya after Ben Azmani, after such a long time of a break. And I was thinking, how we could start learning and really being connecting to the Gemara. But it's very hard to be connected to the Gemara. So first, I want to give a couple introductions in order to know what is the topic, what we're talking about. And like this, we really could grasp what's going on in the whole sugya. Sorry. So I want to give a couple introductions. This sugya is called Din HaShtaros. Shtaros means documents. So we have to know a couple of laws about the documents. How the document forces me to pay. So you wrote. Maybe you wrote it yourself. Maybe you faked it. Maybe it's mezuyah. Why that you forced me to pay? Because you take out a document. So number one, Eidim, witnesses that signed on the document. From the Torah, it's enough to collect. Now you have to be very careful. The reason I'm giving you this introduction, because that's going to be the introduction to the Ramban, as it's printed over in the page, to the Penei Yeshua, to Rabbi Kiva, and this is basically, we'll be talking more. I just want first to start from the beginning, and then we'll build up. And for sure, the Rishonim, Rashi, Toises, the Machlekes Rashi and Toises, it's Eidus, or it's Migo. We'll see slowly. I don't want to jump steps, but I'd like to slowly to get you involved. So Eidim that signed on a document within Torah from the Torah, that's enough to collect. Daf Yud Ches Amud Beis. That's enough to collect. It's considered K'mi Shenecher Oidusam Bebeis Din, and you can collect. And we're not afraid that maybe the document is mezuyah. Why? So Rashi says in Gittin, Daf Gimel Amud Aleph, page 3a, it says like that because En Adam Meiz Panav Lezayev Shtar. A person is not chutzpahdik to force a document like that and to get two signatures to sign. A person is not such chutzpah. That's why mideoraita, it's enough if you have a document that it's signed with two eidim, and that's enough. Came the rabbis and says, listen, you're right, you have a good svara, but like you're saying, Yehuda, you have to be practical. You have to be in the world.
Where did you say that Rashi was?
Rashi is in Gittin Daf Gimel, also by us. Yeah. Rashi, that's Daf it's 28. Chof Ches. Look at Rashi. Toisus Daf Ches Kiyum. Let's look by us. What? Chof Ches 28.
Yeah.
Look at Rashi. Okay, Amud Aleph. I'm sorry, Toisus. Rashi in Gittin. Yeah. Daf Gimel Amud Aleph.
Right.
Toisus Bayos. Daf Chof Ches Amud Aleph. Okay. Diba Amat Chilkiyum. You see?
Yeah.
והעיקרון שלו במועד השקות ויתן שהוא פרוע.
Yeah.
תאמר, כבד מנרייס אפילו אין עדים שיכירו חדו לזה שטר כושר. It is clear. אם כן כל דבר שירצה לזה, ויכתוב ויחתום מה שירצה ויגבה ממנו. So thesis is clear, very good. Very good you came. Come Binyamin, you coming with us? Let's spread ourselves. Very good. You want to get a Gemara? Okay. Well, first eat something, relax, and then... Okay, very good. So, Tesis says clear, Midoraisa, it's enough. Afilo any din shekiru khatimat in shtar kosher. You see it or not? Rabbi Yoshua, you see it? Yeah. Clear or not?
Yeah.
Midoraisa, so let's summarize. Midoraisa, if you have a document and it's signed with 2 Eidim, it's enough to collect money. You can say it's forged, it's nice, your voice is nice, but we cannot accept it. And why? So Rashi, that's why Rashi and Gita. Rashi is a much stronger language. A person doesn't have the chutzpah to be mezayef shtar, to forge a document. Okay, so this is the first rule, midoraisa. You want to get a Gemara, Rabbi Yamin? Say Mizonos, enjoy yourself. Midoraisa, if you have a document that it's signed, it's enough. Came the rabbis, and they made a rule. They said, you're right, but you have to be practical in the world. People, sometimes, they're not always straight. And that's why Chachomim say what? They made a takone that he could say that the guy that took the loive, the guy that actually took the loan, because he'll listen, maybe it was forged. So what do you do then? You have to bring a testimony in front of Beis Din. It's called Kiyum HaShtar. To be Mekayim the Shtar, you have to come and bring witnesses to say whatever it's signed over here, this is our signature. They're not saying it was, or you bring another document that was recognized in Beis Din, and you're comparing the handwriting, the signature between here to here, and you could say, this is the signature, that's enough. The Rabbanan says, after you did Kiyum, so then it's finished. So you have 2 ways how to be Mekayim. There's one way how to be Mekayim by actually bringing the 2 testimonies, the 2 items that signed, and to say this is our handwriting. And is another way how to do it by bringing another document, another shtar that was recognized in Beis Din, and then you comparison one to the other. That's another way how to define. It's called Kiyum HaShtar. If you look at the first Rashi, we still didn't learn, just to give you some taste. It's called flavor of this concept. Look at the first Rashi. Rashi says, "Oedim shomru shayu meidim al chatimoisom lekayem es hashtar." The witnesses say a testimony what on the signature in order to what to recognize what this document means to say what already have the document. You see that midoraisa it's enough what. It's enough what? Like we said, it's enough that you have the signature of the test and the document with the 2 witnesses, that's enough. But the rabbi says they have to do a edus on the chasima in order to be mekayem the shtar. Okay? It's called kiyum hashtar. Now that we know that, they have 2 parts. The first part is what? Is the actually document. The second part is that signature of the testimony to know that it's real. Now we go on the next step. Yeah? What if that does? So you have 2 types of loans. You have one loan, it's called milve alpeh. Is another loan, it's called milve b'shtar. One loan is called what? Milve alpeh means you loan it by heart. And that has certain dims. You cannot be collecting from mishubodim. It's not. There's no lenient into that loan.
Is it a verbal agreement?
A verbal agreement. We could say that's one way. Is another thing. It's called milve b'shtar. Milve b'alpeh, verbal. Like you gave it to me. Like you gave it to no witnesses or or even if you have witnesses, but there's no document in that. So you have a testimony on the loan, or even if you don't have testimony. But I agree, I'll lend it to you. You're right. You gave me money. I agree with you. You gave me $100. I agree with you. But there's no document in that. You cannot collect minichosim shubodim. Means to say, if I have a piece of land and I sold it to someone, you cannot collect from that in order to collect the money of the document back. In order to collect that money back, has to be a document. And what's the svore? I'm just giving you a svara off, and probably there's more logic to that, and you could say some other svaras. It's called throwing out a thought. The reason, because the minute you have a shtar, the minute you have a document that it's signed by the testimony, so when I bought the land, that's the only way to protect is by how? By having that document that is so the document is what? The document that we have is okay, so we talk about document, so we cannot collect. Why? What's the svore? The svore is the logic in it, because the minute you wrote a document, it's voice. People hear about it. So if people hear about it, if I sell the land, the first question they're going to ask, do you have any leaning on that? That to protect the guy that buys the land, that he doesn't have any leaning on that. And the minute you know there's no leaning on that, so it protected the people that buy the property. Because if there's nobody to protect the buyer, so the world will be tov vavo, will be like I say tov vavo.
Empty and
it wouldn't be normal. I mean, you have to have some rules and regulation in order to do business. So that's why we say that if you have shtar, a shtar means that the property is leaning for the money that I lend you. A lien on the property, exactly. But if there's no property, there's no lien, so you don't have to worry. You owe money? Okay, gesund. Can't help you.
No document.
No document. Even though it's testimony, even though it's edim, it's not enough to lien on any property or anything in order to collect anything. So this is the second halach. Third thing is, when two witnesses sign, we don't say who said the good testimony. Maybe the psulim. So the svara is, that's the Gemara over here down below, and so we're going to just give an introduction. The svara is the logic in it, because if writing the document, I'm not stupid and not bar seichel to what? To do something that'll damage myself. Because if I get testimony, people to sign, I'm not going to get kids or psuleidus, because I'm losing for myself. Because why I'm doing the document? In order to protect myself, so I have leaning on the money that I'm lending. And if I'm going to get testimony, witnesses that are not kosher, I'm damaging myself. Which person will damage himself? You know, chesed is one thing, but you don't do damage to yourself. So that's why the chazakah is called the chazakah. A person will not bring someone to sign the document against his will, against his interest. You know, you could do a little bit, but not something like that you lose all your money. That's gonna call a shaita. So since you have a chazakah against it, that's why we say anybody that signed, it's kosher. What's the nafkamina? The nafkamina will be when I have to. When I have the nafkamina will be if I don't need witnesses to tell me that this document is good. How I know? I get another document to compare it to this document. So since I could do a comparison one to the other, that's enough to collect. Even though the real testimony, they said, listen, it's not us, it's false. This, and after we was recognized the shtar, you could take a microphone and scream in the muazzin. Nobody's going to hear you. You can scream like the Arabs. They have like, doesn't help. After the document was done, it's finished. Now, what happened if that's another sugya, yeah? If you actually only leaning on them, so then over there you have the rule. So we're going to learn. It's called apesh she'osar hu apesh she'iti. But that's a whole sugya. I don't want to touch it. I want to go step by step. But just you should know the concept. Called the mouth that created it is the mouth that destroyed it. Apesh she'osar, the mouth that aser it, is the mouth that will be matir. It's again thing. That's another rule. So you have 5 rules in order for the document to be hold in Beis Din. If the dayanim, the judges, know the handwriting, of the edim, so then they know it's not false, so they could start dealing with that. That's the first step. But the Gemara says, soon we're going to learn page 21, Chaf Aleph, is G'doilo Shmiya Yoisu Miri. It's bigger. What happened if the judges, they have to hear the witnesses? What happened if they saw themselves? They saw themselves. What happened? Is that also good? That's better? It's worse. In one way, it's smart to say what? It's better. Because if I saw myself, you can't tell me no. But according to the learning over here, it's not so simple. And I'll give you a small example. If a husband sees his wife cheating, okay? So, he could say a testimony in Beis Din and to say, listen, my wife cheated and she deserved death? Or no? We say, since it's your wife, maybe you have interest. You find a better wife. And the reason you say it, because you find a young girl and you don't want this old girl. You think about this 18-year girl and your wife is already 50. So you don't want her. And she's nice, she's skinny, blonde, chule. So, your eyes are on her. That's what you're saying. You can't get rid of her because when you got married, you signed in the Kesuva a lot of money. And that's why you don't want to get rid of it. If that helps or not. So the Gemara says, you're not Neman. You don't believe it. But I saw it. I'm the husband. I saw her. They respect you, but outside of Beis Din.
Also, isn't there a rule that judges can't be witnesses?
Judges cannot be. Okay, so this is the whole sugya in Daf Chaf Aleph 21b. That's again, I just gave you just the taste, so you know the sugya is a big sugya. The Birkas Shumal has 3 simonim and that. There could be more, but it's starting 3. And we have a lot in the paper. We're going to start just to give you this. Okay.
So we're going to all the way to page Chapet?
No. Slowly. So we're going to do slowly. We're not jumping. And then you have to learn really. There's a lot because it's jumping. It's a big sugya, but really, still you have to learn really. It's continuing. It's a long sugya. Okay, but let's start. Okay, now we're going to start the Mishnah. So please get a Gemara and get a Gemara, and we'll start. You want to get a Gemara? You have a Gemara. What happened to this boy, Yoshua? You want to call Yoshua? I didn't call Yoshua. Moshe, I didn't see him.
Should we call him? Where's the Moshe kid?
His room all the way up.
Okay, forget about it. Yeah, when you're learning, it's worth it, everything. I'll call Yoshua myself. Okay? Comes and goes. Yoshua, we need you. Okay, let's start. The Gemara starts like that. It says in the Mishnah. Are you coming? העדים שאומרו, כסב יודענו הוא זה, אבל אנוסים היינו, קטנים היינו, פסולי דוסיינו, הרי אלו נאמונים. So first let's translate the words. The witnesses, very good. You want to sit over here in my seat? Okay. Aidim, the witnesses that says that this is our handwriting, but we are anusim. We don't know what is anusim. Anusim means innocent. Anus, forced. Okay, honest. Ktanim ainu. We're kids. We are less than 13. We're not clarified to be judges, to be witnesses. Psula eidus. Again, we don't know what is psula eidus. Rashi has a lot to talk about. Arei lo ne'emonim. So the first attack, you're going to attack me. Why you need 3 cases? Just say, Aidim Shom, with the witnesses that says that what? This is our handwriting, but we're psulim. Puzzle means we're not clarified, we're not qualified.
We're not, yeah,
Qualified to sign this document. So we could say that's enough reason not to accept it. Why we have to have 3 cases? The first case is what? Anusim. Second is Ktanim. And third is Psuleidos. That's number 1. Second of all, the order that we started. How is the order over here? First we say Anusim, then Ktanim, and then Psuleidos. Is the reason for that order or not? Makes sense. Number 3, Aidim Shamu Ksav Yadeinu Zeh. What does that mean? They're not saying testimony that was alone or wasn't alone. They don't say about the alone. Maybe it was alone. Maybe it wasn't alone. We don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. I know. I just know one thing that I signed. This is my signature. That's the only thing I know. That's my signature. I don't know if it was alone. It doesn't say that they say a testimony that was alone. They didn't say on the loan. Maybe it was no loan. But what they did said what? That this is only themselves. They only said themselves what? That we signed it. But they didn't say maybe it was no loan over here even Michlal. It was nice, but it was no loan. It was no loan over here. So it's all nice, but it was no loan. So it's interesting to start. So I'm saying it's something to think, those 3 issues. And the reason I'm saying that, because we're going to go step by step to see how to look at it in the appropriate way. But if also another thing is, Aidim She'omru, okay, was Amira. Yeah? Or we trust them, or we don't trust them. That's what we're going to see soon, Machlokes Rashi and Tosfos Read. They said, or we trust them or not. And now, the last problem, this is the Marsho, what Rabbi Yeshua Graham is involved with Rabbi Sackton. What happened if we don't accept them? Einam Ne'emanu, like the second part. What we do with the document? We rip it, or we just leave it like that, and we don't do nothing. We don't collect, but you don't rip it. You leave it like it's go-between. What's the nafkamina? If the document is not good and we don't accept it, rip it. Why are you keeping this document? The nafkamina is what happened if I grabbed something. Yeah? Let's say if I have in my house your golden watch, and your golden watch is worth it exactly like the loan. Happened to be I had, or somebody gave it to me, or someone is holding your golden watch, and I want to know if I could take it or not. I said, listen, the document is not good enough, but you still owe the money, so please, I collect it from there. If I say to rip the document, so then to collect, it's like, getting something from who knows what. Taking water out of the rock, like Moshe Rabbeinu. But now that you have it, or someone else, not the owner has it, someone else have it, maybe that you could collect. Okay? So over here is dinim. We'll talk about it. That's why I said I just opened the topic, and soon I want to see everything inside, because I want everybody to read it, to really connect it. So when we finish it, you can chazer it, and you can really connect it.